For the person starting out on this, where is a good location to invest in? Is it by region, state? Any recommendations that you have?
It's such a great question. And what I tell people is oftentimes investing in one's backyard is not necessarily the best idea. For me in particular, I'm in the coastal market of New York, and in New York in particular, or California, or Washington State, and other places. Those places may be great places to live, but they may not necessarily be the best places to invest. And part of the reason behind that is because these states are not necessarily landlord and business friendly. And so our investment strategy focuses on markets, specifically the Sunbelt market. So these are places like North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, very much so focused on Texas, because these markets are, and specific cities in these markets are very landlord and business friendly. And so what that means is that the environment for the investor that is investing in these spaces, this is stacking the deck in your favor so that where, for example, in certain states like in New York and California, if a tenant is not paying their rent on time and you need to evict them, you may have some difficulties doing that in a reasonable amount of time without a lot of stress and all of the different things that go into evicting a tenant from a property. Whereas in these landlord and business friendly states, the landlord laws are and tenant laws are in the favor of the landlord, so that when one is not paying their rent, they can, that for whatever reason, they can go ahead and have these people removed, and so that we can get a paying tenant in the property. And of course, if there's a situation where there's a hardship, owners and the property management team are interested in being able to work with those individuals, because no one's into displacing folks just for the sake of doing it. But it is important that if people are not paying and they don't proactively come to address those things, then these people will need to be, removed, and they'll have to find another place to live so that we can get someone that needs to live there in place, because we focus on markets where not only is it landlord and business friendly, but it's also has a strong job growth. It has strong population growth, and it has a strong demand for housing, because these are places where people need to live. This is where they work, where their kids will go to school, and we want where our housing provides a resource to these folks so that they can be able to have access to that and get to their places of work, their places of worship, their school, etc., so that they can do what they need to do, all from a clean, safe, affordable house in a great neighborhood.